What's up, YouTube? This is Josh, the Zion Warrior, and the Zion Warrior is really tired right now. You might not be able to see too clearly because we're kind of level with the first plateau here, but this first plateau is about 110 feet, 120 feet above sea level, and that one is another 30 to 40. It's about 3-4 stories right there. So I'm just real fortunate to have this as my backyard in Florida. My nursery and farm's down there, and they're after something, aren't they? Hans and Solo, father and son. Hans Solo. What up, Hans? What's up, buddy? What were you getting, Solo? Huh? What was it, buddy? I have the worst strep throat, like sore throat, cold. My allergies have been kicked in. You know what's crazy too? This year, 2 years ago, when I first started doing my channel a year and a half ago, I wasn't really noticing too much, but days where there's chemtrails, I for sure am putting 2 and 2 together. Especially these days, they could be a lot stronger. I'm getting like extreme headaches on days where they're really out, and there's really no difference from the days where they're out and the days they're not. I really drink the same amount of water or Powerades, and it's gotta be the chemtrails, because the days where they're not out, I really don't get headaches. I've noticed that this year. Kind of learned to pick that up. For sure, the headaches. But it could be I have allergies now. I don't know. I've been in the nursery business my whole life, so it's kind of weird that now I get allergies, but it does happen. Come here, you guys. Hey, Solo. Yeah, down there's where I was trying to perform the experiment, and I was performing the experiment of the sun shifting south and then making its way back north again during the winter and the spring and summertime. So I was doing that last year. We can prove that too at any point. And another thing is, especially when you bust out my Sony Handycam, if you guys can see that mound, those mounds in the distance, they're kind of hard to pick up. You can see it in the center of your screen. There's 2 mounds right back there. And those are the phosphate mines over in Apollo Beach. And I could see Big Bend, which is right there, a little past those. And that is right at my 30, 35, 36 mile mark. I've driven that out before, so I can measure from up here to there for the domed earth, flat earth measurements. And past that's Big Bend. I mean the Skyway Bridge, the Skyway Bridge, which I can zoom in with my Sony Handycam. And that thing is 43 to 46. I believe it's like 43.8 miles away. It's right around 43 to 45 miles away. And I could see well past that. And here's what a lot of people don't account for. Okay, you're seeing, and I'm telling you, I could see another 20 to 30 miles past that. If there were bigger objects in the distance, I could see them for a long distance, especially in Florida, because everything's flat. This is the perfect area to perform experiments right here for the flat domed earth. And I believe it's circular in shape, possibly an oval, and it's a shallow dome. It's not like a snow globe. It's more of a shallow dome, And that's why you get the sundogs at such an angle. I believe, I wanted to hear what everybody else's thoughts were on sundogs, but to me, that's just the focal point of the dome. Or when it's really, when it's really focused in at a certain angle, or it's the powers that be with using the sun simulator, and they're kicking up a temperature, and they're basically using the sun for a laser. That if you guys see the pictures from airplanes where the sun's on the clouds, it's a hot spot on the clouds. That wouldn't happen if the sun was 93 million miles away, okay? Solo, Sheba, Hans, come on, stay over here. They're gonna be getting ticks. So I'm gonna try to have my first camera in charged up, and I'm gonna try to use that tomorrow and see if we can get the sun simulator again. And you know, why doesn't everybody's camera, if there was such a technology with the camera sensors where it puts the spinning black circle? No, that's really up there, folks. There's an object up there that is in front of the sun. Maybe not all the time, but from my observations, it's there in the mornings, in the evenings. It goes away at the hot points of the day. That was my observation before anybody else's, because I was filming that sun simulator for about 42 days straight, okay? And all my first subscribers saw that. It was Richie from Boston even, you know, commented, and that's how me and him got to connect, was through that video. And I even filmed it. There's a water source over here on the side of the mountain, the hill here in Florida. It's a mountain, and it was reflecting off the water, the black spinning circle, the sun simulator that NASA has a patent on, and looks just like it, okay? If you zoom in a couple of my videos, I zoom right in, and you guys can zoom in, and you'll see that thing lines up with what NASA has, totally. But back to my point of the domed earth, if you could see flat earth, if you could see 60 to 70 miles in that direction, guess what? I could see 70 miles in that direction too. Let's double. You guys, you don't forget, you got to double that, okay? There's no curvature. There's no curvature. It's all flat. Look at that. Florida's flat as a pancake. Now, you'll have mountains. You'll have areas where there's mountains. And if 71% of the water on Earth, 70% of the Earth is water, folks. We agree on that. It's mostly water, right? All of us agree on that. Water always flattens out. Water always stays even. Water cannot transform into a globe, into a circle. It cannot be a circle. Water always levels out. Always. And people can't use, oh, what about raindrops when they fall from the sky? They're round. Yeah, because water, the wind resistance is pushing from all sides, forming the water droplet. That's the only time water will be in a circular form, okay? Or unless mankind bottles it up and makes it a circle, okay? Just like they have with our flat earth, and that hides the creator. Why would they do that? It hides the creator. I saw right through that. When my sister first told me, all of us flat earthers, we all believed in the spinning globe at one point. Believe me, we're all indoctrinated in it. It's a way of life, and it's sick that we lie to our children. I mean, think about kids' imaginations running wild, going to the moon, going to Mars, you know? It's all a bunch of false. It's to lead people away into the evolution area, okay? And atheism. Solo, Sheba, come on, over here, Hans. Okay, where does evolution come from? Space, vastness, you know, planets spinning around each other, galaxies. That is what evolution comes from, the Big Bang. I mean, why NASA has come up with the same kind of scenario. Space, infinity, planets, galaxies. When really, sure, I'm sure there's an infinite plane and infinity, but God has created little firmaments. I believe there's probably many of them, okay? We might be just one little system in a bunch of systems, just like they say with the planets, okay? And 100 years ago in England, they were teaching it heresy that the spinning globe was being taught in school. Okay? In 1903 in England, taxpayers, I forget the guy's name. Oh my God, it was Ebenezer. His name was Ebenezer. He wrote an article in 1903 saying that a majority of the people in this township was totally in upheaval over the new spinning globe and the spinning earth, okay? They were all flat, okay? There was always flat earth. There was always flat earth. The lies took it away. NASA's finished the project.